progress the ball. And it's Messi. Oh, good take in a good area. Played into the box.
Oh, that was one big no-no when you've got a queue formed in the box.
Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct in providing a threat up front, we're bound to see something special, I hope.
Because we always have in the past.
Indeed.
And he gets rid in a hurry. It's a throw-in. Now it's Yamal. Skims one in. Goes for a shot! And that is wildly off target. Witsel. He's looking wide. Oh, good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
Well, he's not the type that's short on self-belief, so that could rub off on his teammates now.
He has a look up. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Now it's Neymar. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Neymar is offering some sort of an apology there.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Can he get it through? Hazard can see things others simply cannot. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. That's been cut out, well played. Yamal driving forward. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Played out towards the right wing. He's found a way through. Camavinga getting this one clear. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Hazard. Looking for a runner. Reich cuts it out. And the referee has signalled for half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. Reflections on the first half?
Well, at least the defence can look back on a job pretty well done so far, Peter. I think they've squeezed the play quite well and they've been relentless in their pressing. So the energy levels have looked good.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. So it's simmered along nicely for 45 minutes, but still no goals. It is 0-0 at half-time. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Barcelona are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
And he's picked it up out wide. And here's Lamar. Lamar! He's done very well to get to that.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Well, they continue each to cancel the other out.
Was 97,559.
No, that was never going to make it. There will be a throw-in.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 20, Yamal. Coming on to replace him
Camavinga.
is number 24, Palmer.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Can he finish? That's really well cleared. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 21, Hazard. Number 26,
Lamar.
Eduardo Camavinga.
Unahi providing
Coming on the
an
field,
outlet on that flank.
Number 13,
Oh, what
Mbappe.
has happened here?
Number 6, Rodrigo de Paul.
Barcelona have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Rudiger gets across to intercept that. Unahi. He's shifting through the gears here. It's Stuani! Well, now it's a race for the ball. It's a sharp pass. And here's Lamar.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Well read, and the danger is averted.
Well, it's very much looking like this might be destined for a scoreless outcome.
De Paul, the final 5 minutes. Always goal side. Space for him to turn and look. Oh, good effort! Denied by an instinctive save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 10, Messi.
So we have movement on
Number
both
2,
benches.
Alexander-Arnold.
They've
Coming
played
on
it
the
short.
field, number 19,
It's a good-looking delivery.
Batistuta. Number 5, Federico Valverde.
I think we might be
Substitution.
done here, Peter.
There will
I don't
3
see there being
minutes
enough time for
added
them to try again.
Witzel. Threads one in. And this is Ronaldo. And it's Cristiano. Great chance! Oh, wow! That's crazy! Has he won it? He just might have won it! And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Barcelona have done the business. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary and we should be in for something very special. So we're very much on the way now. Costa. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. And he was quick to react. Luvumbo. It's Dardare. Now it's Torre. Pablo Torre. Can he get on the end of this? Pressing high and with purpose. Now it's Morishi. The referee's awarded a free kick. Pablo Torre! And that is quite wonderful! That is a gem! An absolute gem! Oh, that was wonderful in every regard. Vision, concept, and considerable accuracy.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Pablo Torre. Pablo Torre.
The first breakthrough.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition. Barcelona really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
And it's Costa. Now it's Morishi. Azar. And that's really well manoeuvred. Distributed tidily. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Goal kick. No, I stand corrected, it's a corner. And we have our very first corner. It's gone all the way through to the keeper. Mallorca have the chance to go the other way. And here's Messi. Knocks it into space. Cross in. That is a brilliant interception.
Mallorca really are one of these sides that pride themselves on their ability to maintain possession.
Yeah, and some would say that that means they play the game the right way.
Yeah, but of course, it's decisive passes that's going to matter in the longer term. There's no good in holding on to the ball just for the sake of it.
Upamecano.
Barcelona certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Now it's Messi. Driving through the middle. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Mojica. And it's Messi.
2
Yamal.
added minutes has been indicated.
The final seconds now. And here's Neymar. And he's got away from him. Costa. And the referee has signalled for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Barcelona finding themselves behind by just one goal at the break.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. So straight into the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Played with finesse. Torre unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. That is good strength. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Azar. Barcelona still this single goal behind. Yamal going face-to-face with his great rival. Can he get it through? Oh, he's found support out wide. Pablo Torre. Courtois gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Alexander-Arnold. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
Camavinga. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Messi is onto this. Now it's Yamal. Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And this is Ronaldo. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour.
Barcelona really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Yamal. Messi. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Spread it left.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space. Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Chance! It's in! They have stolen level at the last! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Back to parity, and there's barely any time left.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Great defending, strong and determined.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and... Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now and I'm eager for the action to start.
Shoots! And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Nico Williams. And it's Messi. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Oh, no joy this time.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Messi. Well, there's a probing ball. Tries to pass it through.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
He's had a shot! Off the post! And he's there to get it away. He's trying to hit the front line here. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Now it's Guruzeta. Barcelona are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Hazard can see things others simply cannot. Camavinga. Now it's Guruzeta. Jaureguiza. And it's Bershish. Williams. Shot and goal! And again! It's in! And there is your opener. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Oh, he was definitely fully focused on that, Peter. His reaction and anticipation got him there when everyone else was spectating.
You felt it was coming, 1-0.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now it's Neymar. And here's Yamal.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Barcelona have reclaimed it. Vardiol.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Camavinga. Messi. That's the end of the first 45. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Barcelona go in at half-time with a game to chase.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. So we're straight back at it at the start of the... And the shot! Cristiano Ronaldo! That's a fair try, but just off target.
Cristiano Ronaldo is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Nico Williams. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Now it's Williams. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And it's Jaureguiza, looking here to chip it through.
The attendance for this match was 96,000.
Just about up to the hour now. Great defending, strong and determined. Your impression so far, Jim?
Barcelona have not got very long if they hope to rescue this.
Goes for a shot! Oh, and that is really good tenacity.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 20.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical.
Big chance! Ruiz de Galarreta getting this one clear. Referee's given a throw. Camavinga. Oh, right place, right time.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Nico Williams. Nico Williams stood his ground strongly. And the shot! Well, that is remarkable.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Number 26.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
On the field is number 6.
Played it long.
Substitutions taking place.
Barcelona have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. Lequin tries to play it through. Williams.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
In it comes. Messi is flagged offside.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 21, Hazard. Number 2, Alexander-Arnold. Coming on the field, number 13, Mbappe. Number 5,
Now it's Williams.
Federico Valverde. Substitution in progress.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's a sharp little
Added
ball
minute
here.
has been indicated.
It's Neymar! Oh, good finish. We thought they were done, but never say never. And that really is so impressive. So all square with almost no time remaining.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Williams! Oh, he's done it! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! Simplicity itself.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
Williams!
And the referee brings it to a close. Barcelona come up short. They will be taking nothing away from this one. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. We're up and running then. Ronaldo gets flagged offside. Alexander-Arnold. And this is Messi, and he whips it in. Nicely spread. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
I see this guy, Upamecano, as a very modern-day centre-back. Quick, good with his feet, confident moving the ball out of defence. I mean, if you're a team like many of the good ones that like to play out from the back, then this Frenchman really is your perfect fit.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. He's found space here. Now there's a fine ball, produces a cross. Defending of the desperate variety.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener.
And he's forced to go back.
Vallecas really do like to play with a distinctive style, one that's pacey and expansive.
And they have the players, those players that love a gallop or two out wide.
Yeah, they're the key supply routes, Peter, carrying the ball and then delivering it across that box.
It's a goal kick. And the referee has brought play back and showed him a yellow card. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Vardiol. And it's Neymar. Barcelona can, of course, make a change whenever they choose. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Stood up well to him there. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. Spread it left. Space for him to turn and look. Now it's Messi.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
And that signals the end of the first period. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. So straight into the second half.
Barcelona really can count themselves lucky not to be behind at half-time. Couldn't really work out what...
There's the shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Lejeune is there, and he can get that clear. Great ball, and he's in here. Still absolutely nothing to report here, goals-wise. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's had it nicked away. Great vision. He has a look out. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Now it's Yamal, and he's intervened well there. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Well, I think both teams can help themselves massively with better movement up front, Peter. There's just not enough happening at the moment. And essentially, their job is to find space, and that needs to start happening.
Substitution on the field. Number 11.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Substitution.
Pass somewhat off target. Looking for options for movement. Martin takes aim and crosses. And he can thump it away. De Paul. And it's made its way to him. And he's got away. Shoots! And he's stuck it away. And that could well be the winner.
Well, you can see what it means to all of them. A frustrating game, but now they have what they wanted. And they're rightly pumped and ready to go again.
That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Vallecas have taken the lead.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
Martin. Now, can they get him away? Picked out brilliantly.
Vallecas nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Distributed tidily. Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. Vardiol makes the interception. Rudiger. The shrill sound of the whistle, and that is that. Well, plenty of talking points, and many of them sadly negative. This is clearly... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So we're very much on the way now. Can he finish? There it is! An extraordinary start! Breakthrough in next to no time.
Well, talking about stepping things up from the off, that's how you start a football match.
And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
So the game's first significant moment, and that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Yellow or red? It is red. Brazil already a man down in these early stages. That has left the boss thinking about what harm it has done to their chances.
It looked avoidable and unnecessary, but it makes you think that he was trying to intimidate.
Oh, this looks sharp. That has ended up in no man's land. Now he's got space here. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's there to retrieve it. Olise.
Such good technique.
And he's managed to get free. It's a goal kick. Vardiol. Now it's Neymar.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Camavinga. And it's Azar. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And this is Messi! Oh, good finish! Brazil are back in business! Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Well, at one stage he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And this is Ronaldo. Alexander-Arnold plays it in low. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Rudiger gets across and deals with it. Vardiol. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And here's Neymar. Tries a shot! And needless to say, that deserved better.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Pavlovic. That's the throw. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Can he get on the end of this? Doué receives it in a wide position. Oh, that's fabulous. Doué's cross. Hazard. And the whistle goes for half-time. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Brazil can take heart from the fact that they're more than holding their own despite being a man down. That's credit to their level of organisation and spirit. Now that they've got a chance to have a breather and settle down, it'll be interesting to see what approach they'll take after the break.
Brazil are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. He's having a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Messi. And it's Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Now, can they get him away? So, what can they make of this? Now, this could be a chance. Oh, super ball! Great chance! Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. That's an imaginative pass. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Robertson is always looking to play quality balls. And it's made its way to him. Vardiol. Alexander-Arnold. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Robertson, hoisted in, he's rising! And that's in! And again they hit the front! He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Motherwell with the lead.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side.
Bullish header!
Coming on the field.
And that could come back to haunt them.
Cristiano Ronaldo really wanted to level things up in a hurry here. It didn't quite come off for him, but top marks for the effort.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Stojkovic. That is a great pick out. Nice interception, well timed.
Motherwell really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Mbappe.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And it's Neymar. And this is Ronaldo. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, split-second reaction.
Cristiano Ronaldo actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Number 7.
All the big boys are set for this. It's like land of the giants in there.
Mbappe. Coming on the field. Number 10. Pushkash. Number 9. Batistuta.
Brazil with a corner and hardly any time left on the clock.
Substitution in progress.
And time is up. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. We are just getting started. Well, here is one of the undoubted golden boys of Spanish football, the man from Madrid, the one they call El Nino. And Batistuta! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Big chance! Delicious! That is a gem! An absolute gem! It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
Brazil are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Messi. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. No, he wasn't going to let him past. And he has been fouled there. And it's Batistuta. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Cristiano Ronaldo. Good, strong midfield running here. Neymar! There's the delivery. That has been knocked clear. And he's being shifted off it. Batistuta going about things with real menace.
Brazil really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Robertson. Rijkaard. Now it's Torres. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Wow, look who's involved.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Batistuta!
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky as...
Towering header! Oh, crossbar! Dealt with nicely by the defence. Taken back almost at once. He's a sharp little ball here. Torres showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
Brazil certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Shoots! And he hits the net! They have brought themselves an equaliser!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
That's going wide left. Aimed at the far side.
Okay, it didn't quite come off. The execution, I think, needs a retry, maybe with a better outcome.
And for the first half, that is that. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So your views on the first half?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
Well, they've gone toe-to-toe for those 45 minutes, and at half-time the score is 1-1. And so the action is resumed. Inzaghi gets into a good position. Inzaghi. Can he finish? It's loose, and it's come back out to him. It's there!
Boom! There we go, and it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job.
Takes a shot! It's in! And the lead lasts no time at all!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
So smooth, a signature finish.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
Quite a game this, all square again.
Well, they just couldn't have responded.
And he shoots! They would have been quick to recover this. That's a lovely, neat pass. Nice-looking ball. And this is Ronaldo. Well, there's the clearance. They're back in possession and ready to go again. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. And this is Messi. Robertson is one whose deliveries we all know about. Looking to play him in. And this is Batistuta. He's onside. He has found the way through. Batistuta had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
Yeah, the confidence...
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! It's loose. Oh, what has happened here? And he's taking no chances there. Could move up a gear here. Rijkaard. Engages and forces him off the ball. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Now it's Messi. Liverpool appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Well, that looks a decent ball. Oh, Inzaghi! And it's in! And they've got their lead back. And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Substitution for Brazil.
Liverpool leading now.
You have to credit the desire we've just seen here, Peter. The desire to stick to your task and keep on.
He's having a shot! And it's in! And right near the end, we have parity. Oh, delicious, such devilish curl.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
So we have further activity on the bench here.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired...
Chance! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Into stoppage time, very little left on it. That's it, the referee says enough. Magic, what a magical football match, and genuine respect. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So straight into the action. Guardiola did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Tries one from range! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Alexander-Arnold plays it short.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That's good play. And now they can spring out of defence. Pinches it off him. Back towards the middle. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now he's got space here. Still goalless at the moment. They get a throw in. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Neymar. And that is expertly dealt with. Now it's Mbappe. Hazard conjures time and space where few can. And here's Messi.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Looking for the run. Camavinga. And the shot! Goal! Brazil! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Brazil have taken the lead.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Messi takes a shot! And it's in! They are purring, truly purring. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. Killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Brazil are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And this is Messi. Messi. Now it's Mbappe. That has been slung wide.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And he skips past his man. Hits a goal kick. And it's Hazard. Oh, good spread. Back where it came from. Pass is just off target. And that brings the first half to a close. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Brazil really did kick on after getting that first goal. Could they have got another one and killed the game off completely? Possibly. But as long as they can keep up the intensity, maintain the purpose levels, I think they'll get another chance soon enough.
Brazil sitting pretty here. 2 goals putting them into the driving seat. So straight into the second half. And he's picked it up out wide. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And this is Messi. Oh, what a... It's Cristiano Ronaldo! That was superb goalkeeping.
Cristiano Ronaldo is offering a right smile there.
Alexander-Arnold is short. Opts to play it back. He's going for goal! Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Alexander-Arnold with the short one. Messi. Goyas are looking to go forward now. Brazil with this 2-goal lead. They're certainly looking much the more assured side. And he's been shifted off it. And it's Messi. Could move up a gear here. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just...
Chance! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Well, that looks a decent ball. Oh, the less said about that pass, the better. Vardiol. Long ball by the goalkeeper. That's a cute ball. Mbappe has it out wide and in space. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Cristiano Ronaldo under intense pressure.
Yeah, and as their most significant attacker, he isn't about to receive any generous invitations.
Triol spots it and intercepts. Valverde. Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Tries to play it through. Can he finish? Hits off target and by quite a way.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick a spot as well.
Number 14.
So we have movement on both
Coming
benches.
on to replace him is number 13, Fiore. Substitutions taking place.
Brazil have time on their side now, as well as a 2-goal lead. It is just about done.
Substitution.
Triol. Ambitious ball here.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Now it's Neymar. Now it's Neymar. Now it's Batistuta. Batistuta. Oh, this is a terrific run. Decent chance! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Substitution on the field. Number 18.
Goyas
Mbappe.
making
Coming
further
on the
changes
field
here,
is
and in
number
quick succession.
21,
Drogba getting the call here in what can be interpreted as a clear show of intent.
Well, this could lead to the injection of energy that might disrupt the rhythm of their opponents.
There will be 4 extra minutes. And he's running through. And it's Neymar. Rudiger was in no mood for... And that's it. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We're up and running then. Well, there is no question that Eden Hazard, on his day, is one of the world's best, Jim. So how do you interpret the role he's been given here?
Well, we all know he's at his best when he's coming in from that left side, whether it's to drag people away and isolate them or to combine with central attackers. But he also often plays as a 10, as we know, in a free role.
And is that a new dimension to his game?
No, he's been at that for years, and he's just very good wherever he plants himself.
De Jong. And that's definitely not his best. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And they've got a throw. Now it's Hazard. He slings it. Oh, good line! Goal! And we have liftoff.
Utterly unsophisticated, but stuck away with unashamed certainty.
Oh, it's a fantastic assist as well, Peter. Delivered at pace, the diversion, that's all that was needed.
So we have the first goal.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible. Brazil really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Upamecano. And here's Neymar. Valverde.
Lyon really are one of these sides that pride themselves on their ability to maintain possession.
Yeah, and some would say that means they play the game the right way.
Yeah, but of course, it's decisive passes that's going to matter in the longer term. There's no good in holding on to the ball just for the sake of it.
Neymar has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. That's very neat.
Cristiano Ronaldo clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Duke gets on his bike and on the move. Hazard. Oh, that is a nice touch. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, fabulous play. Camavinga did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Howson did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Rudiger has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident. De Jong. Duke does have his name on the score sheet, of course. And the finish! It's a goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead. And how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
Lyon are doing very nicely, thank you. You can... Decent chance! Yes! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And that is all they have time for. Oh, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half. So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. So let's get the ball rolling.
Well, things just haven't quite clicked, Peter, have they? They're behind, and they deserve to be, but they've had a chance to regroup now, so we'll see how they come out at the start of the second half.
Raul was only too happy to help out in defence.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Duke!